Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tajma and I just wanted to make this video to just kind of share what I've been up to, where I've been. It's been a little while. So I haven't posted on YouTube in almost a year, which is crazy to say, crazy to even think about. But I think I just really needed a break. And I'm happy, happy that I took that time, because in that time, a lot has changed. A lot has changed in my life. And I've been doing just a lot of thinking about what I want this channel to be. Like, what's the story? Like, how am I gonna show up here, like on YouTube? And also just what I want the next chapter of my life to look like. And I don't have it all figured out yet. Believe me, it's not all figured out yet, but I think that's okay, because I think that I'm finally at a point where I'm ready to really just pursue and go after some of the things that have always been on my heart, desires that I've always had, creative things that I've always wanted to do. I'd say right now, this is chapter 0, and I'm gonna start over again. So when I stopped making videos, it wasn't because I didn't like doing it anymore, or when I stopped, I guess, pursuing creative things in general, because I'm a creative person at heart and I have a lot of things that I love to do creatively. I didn't ever stop wanting to create. If anything, I needed to stop to figure out what I wanted to create and whether the things that I wanted actually made sense. So I never stopped loving to write. I never stopped loving to create videos. I never stopped loving to tell stories. So those things never went away. I've always tried to figure out how to explore those creative things more seriously, really, strategize and take them in a serious way and really put forth effort in a serious way. But there's obviously a difference between enjoying making things creatively and then actually creating space and intention for them in your everyday life. Those are two different things. So while I'm trying to figure all of that out creatively for myself, life has kept moving, it's kept going. I have a teenager now, so I have a daughter that's going to 8th grade. She'll be in high school next year. I also have a 3rd grader who it will be in her last year of elementary school next year. And I'm just like, where's the time going? It's crazy. So we're just entering some really different stages in life, and these stages come with different things, emotions, thoughts, and feelings, and just trying to wrap my head around it all. And it's also just made me aware of how quickly time passes and how you blink and things are on to the next phase and next stage. Also, I have started working part-time. So I'm working again. For those of you who might not know or find this video later in time, I was a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, and I'm back in the workforce, and it's created, a whole new dynamic for my family and lifestyle. Granted, I work at home, which is really nice. So I have flexibility, and I am part-time too. So that still creates obviously a level of flexibility there. So it's nice. But it still has changed a lot of our dynamics in the household. Like my husband and I, the dynamic with him having to do more things, and us kind of sharing more responsibilities around the house and stuff, and with the kids, and just with time constraints and all the things that you have to deal with when both parents work, to some capacity. So that's been a big change too. So since I was a stay-at-home mom for so many years, I guess the juxtaposition of those two lifestyles, working and not working, is that now that I'm working again, I'm realizing one of the things I loved about being a stay-at-home mom, outside of being able to care for my kids and be home with them and tend to everything they needed in my household, was just that the flexibility of it all. And working now, I definitely I cherish that flexibility. That's something that is very important to me. And I just really find flexibility valuable. It's a very valuable key component of one of my core values. I always want to stay flexible and have that flexibility for my family. Also with the working component, I want to be clear that I enjoy work. I enjoy, having something of my own, but I would say going back to work part-time in the corporate realm has really made me realize how much flexibility even more flexibility matters to me, but also how doing work that is very meaningful to me, because I'm a creative, because I like to create things and tell stories and share stories, how much more that matters. It's made me look a little bit more seriously at how I go about making the money that I want to make in the long term for my family and household. Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to make money so that I can contribute financially to my family, but I also want to have the flexibility to have the time to, spend and pour into and just like be with my family in the way that I feel like suits us all best, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So, and it's not that I guess that it can't happen the way that things are now, but I just really want to, I want to have it all in a sense. Like, I know you can't have it all, but I do think that there is a way that I can merge the two together by really putting myself out there and really following my creative passions and pouring into them in a real meaningful way so that I can make this creative dream come true for me. So another thing that happened was with me trying to figure out like these creative endeavors. One of the things that I was really sold on was creating like a writing services business, because one, I'm really good at writing. I've always loved to write. I've always told stories. I've always had a blog. I've actually started writing a book now too. It's a fiction, like cozy Christian mystery book that I'm writing as well. So I just always love to write, and I'm like, okay, that's a creative endeavor. I can monetize that pretty simply, like by offering writing services. And like I said, I was sold on that for a long time, and I was doing a lot of work, in the behind the scenes, in the background, to get prepared to like launch this business. And then I don't know, just after it, I don't know, something just felt like it wasn't right. Even though on paper it looked completely like, yes, this makes sense. But something I could get my spirit was just like, this isn't it. Like, I had to really be honest with myself and say, like, this is not, like, writing for other people's brands and telling their stories is what, offering writing services, freelancing, and things like that is. That's what it's all about. You're taking on essentially getting to understand and learn the persona of said brand, and then creating information based off of that to feed their audience, to bring their audience in closer based off their voice. And I started thinking about, for like, if this would be my business for the rest of my life or foreseeable future, because things can change, is this what I want to be telling the stories about? Is this what I want to be talking about? Is other people's stories, other people's identity, other people's the things that they're passionate about? And I was just like, no, I don't. I've always wanted to tell the stories for myself. I've always wanted to be my point of view, to be what I put out into the world. And so I really had to sit back. Like I said, I did a lot of preparation for this and for that particular business. And I was like, this isn't it. Like, this is just isn't it. So I had to close that chapter for now, and then really think about what was it. So that was just a really big realization to me. Like, it made me think that I don't have to turn every skill set that I have into a service. Like, I can build something for myself. Like, I can brand myself and build the business through my lens and through my view. So that was a really big step for me. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very excited that I came to that realization. And I thank God that He revealed that to me in this journey. And like I said, throughout the process of prayer and just leaning on God, that's another piece of it. I really have positioned and like postured myself towards the Lord in this season to really just get an understanding, an idea of what his will is for me. I did a lot of prayer. I actually did a water fast for the first time. Well, sorry, it wasn't a water fast. I mean, not lie. It was a liquid fast because I did drink Gatorade. But I did do a fast for the first time, and I was praying a lot during that fast. And I really feel like since then, God has just kind of been giving me the pieces and showing me what the direction is that I should be going in. It hasn't like been in the form of like, oh, here's a 5-year plan of like everything that you're going to be doing for the next, 4 months and then into 2027. Like, it's not like that, but God has given me discernment and wisdom in this area, I feel like, and he's just really showing me like, that's not right for you maybe right now. Like, take a look at this and see what that is, what that looks like for you. And he's really just given me the peace and just the faith in him to stop waiting to like give myself permission to do these things. For so long, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, not feeling like it's the right time, feeling like if it doesn't work, oh, how am I going to feel then? Blah, 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 blah. And the Lord's just like, that's you. I didn't say that. Like, you just do the thing and then see what happens. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm committed to just doing the things. Doing the things. If they work, great. If they don't, they don't. But at least I'm being true to what I feel God's placed on my heart. And whatever it is, that's the thing. God is faithful regardless of the outcome. So that's the mindset and space that I'm putting myself in during this process. I guess that brings me to my next point, kind of like caveats off of this or whatever into this, is just that I'm in my 40s. That's another big thing that happened. I turned 40 years old last November. So that's crazy, but I mean, I'm happy to be alive and I'm happy to be moving forward in my life, and I'm very, very blessed. So I'm thankful, but it is crazy to be at like this big old age and you're like, who, me? That's me? Like, I'm 40 with a teenager and a kid. My youngest child is going to be wrapping up elementary school next year. Like, been married for 18 years. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's me. So that was a big milestone for me. And it really got me thinking, like you said, about all these things. And so I think that's what happens. You get to a certain age, especially like an age of 40 is very pivotal. And it does make you think and analyze everything that's going on in your life. And so, not that 40 is old. I'm not saying like, oh my God, I'm so old. Because I'm not, like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not old. But it has made me realize that, life is short in the sense that you got to go after what you want. You got to try the things that you want to try and let the chips fall where they may, and trust enough in God that he's already working on your behalf, and that as long as you're in his will, you're doing the right thing. Even if that particular plan doesn't work out the way you thought, that you're aligned with him. So you're aligned with your calling and who he wants you to be. And that's important. And at some point you just got to stop wondering if I'm good enough, if I've got enough to be enough to do the thing I want to do, and just go ahead and do it. So that's where I'm at. I'm just going to give myself the opportunity and the space to do what I love to do and just see what comes of that. So what does that mean? Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm building then. I'm going to continue to write my blog. It's going to be 2 blog posts a month. And for those of you that don't know, I write a lifestyle blog. It's a Christian motherhood, parenting lifestyle blog about all the musings, in my life, things that I love, and just give like practical, helpful tips on managing your household, like curating your home from your family. And not that you're going to curate your family, but curating a home that brings peace, love, joy, organization, things about parenting, things about marriage and relationships, things about the home, recipes, children, rearing children, Christianity, things like that. So I'm going to do 2 blog posts a month. I'm also going to be here on YouTube to get 2 videos a month. So it's going to be like on and off. So blog post 1 week, vlog. And then I've also decided to dabble in UGC. So that's something new and exciting for me. It's something that I didn't think I would ever do or try to do, but it seems really intriguing and interesting. And it kind of goes with what I already do, like what I'm already creating online in the online space. So I think that would be pretty cool to kind of pursue it and see like what happens. And for those of you who don't know what UGC is, it's user generated content. And basically you create videos and like ads essentially for brands. So that's already, I mean, I don't create ads, but I do create like videos and things like that. And I think it'll be fun to be able to create that kind of information and create those kind of videos and give helpful information to people, but it's for brands. So I'm not necessarily like broadcasting my whole life, you know, in videos all the time. But I can do that for other brands and use my talents and skills and creativity, video shooting and stuff like that in that way. So I think it's just really cool. Like, it's a really cool opportunity. I just want to see where that kind of takes me. And I'm getting familiar with it and just starting out. So I know it'll take some time, but I'm excited about it. So I think that like I said, I think it pairs really well with like what I'm already trying to do. Like I said, the blog, the vlog, the UGC. So I'm going to be pitching brands as well, creating my portfolio and like making some like spec videos for my portfolio for UGC too. So I'm in the process of doing that as well. So that's pretty cool. So what do I want this channel to be going forward? So I want this space to really be, I want it to be something different from what it was. I don't want it to be like me as a mom or stay-at-home mom, because I'm not anymore anyway, but you know, kind of having it all figured out, all figured out to the detail, you know, the daily process or the day of my life and things like that. And I guess I'll still probably have things like that, but I want, you know, to take you guys with me on this journey. I wanted to show like the decision making and I guess behind the scenes stuff, and you know, the right decisions, the wrong decisions, just kind of see this in real time with me and what I'm actually doing and going through. Trying to start this new chapter of my life. So yeah, that's pretty much how I see this direction of this channel going. I want this channel to be about creativity, motherhood, faith, and working and building something in your 40s on your own and making it happen, you know, or making something happen, doing something. You know, we're in our 40s now, guys. So we gotta make something shake. We gotta do something with the Lord on our side and directing us. But we have to, you know, faith without works is dead. We gotta put in some work, gotta put in for some effort and direction towards what we actually want to do too. So that's kind of what the kind of spin I want to put on this channel this time. So if you've been here before, hey girl, welcome back. And if you haven't, hi, I'm Tajma. I'm going to be doing a lot of fun stuff on this channel, and I'm going to be creating, I'm going to be figuring things out, and I'm excited about that. I'll probably change my mind a few times. I'll probably say something maybe and do something different maybe, and you know, start back from square one. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of different things happening, and that's just part of creativity, I think, and a creative process as well. So I'm okay with that. And I hope you guys are too. So I'm going to start from here. Like I said, chapter 0. I'm going to figure this out step by step, and I'm just starting again. And if you want to come along to help me figure it out, then I'm really happy to have you here. I'm really excited. So I will see you guys in my next one. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in my next. Bye.